While Murong Chui was recruiting soldiers in Henei, intending to expand his military power, Fu Hui, stationed in Luoyang, anxiously sent an envoy to reproach Murong Chui, urging him to advance his troops quickly. Murong Chui then said to Fu Failong, "The enemy is not far, we should rest during the day and march at night to catch them off guard." Fu Failong agreed, finding the plan reasonable. One night during the march, Murong Chui sent Murong Bao to lead the troops at the front while Murong Long followed behind him with his forces. He also dispersed Fu Failong's soldiers into his own ranks. Murong Chui secretly agreed with Murong Bao that they would strike together at the sound of the drum. At midnight, the drum sounded, and Murong Chui's forces launched a coordinated attack from both front and rear, completely annihilating Fu Failong and his soldiers. Afterward, Murong Chui wrote a letter to Fu Jian, explaining the reasons for killing Fu Failong. Murong Feng, 360, son of Murong Huan, a noble general of former Yan. Murong Huan died in battle during the Qin-Yan War, and at that time, Murong Feng was 11 years old. Upon hearing of his father's death, he wept silently and vowed to avenge his father. Murong Feng enjoyed forming connections with talented individuals among the Xianbei and Dingling tribes. In December 383, Murong Feng, along with Wang Ting from Yan Commandery, son of a former Yan official, and Duan Yan from Liaoxi, each led their troops and household soldiers to join the Dingling chieftain Zhai Bin in rebellion against Qin. Shortly after, Fu Hui sent Mao Dang to suppress Zhai Bin. Undaunted by the formidable enemy, Murong Feng led the Dingling soldiers in a daring assault, delivering a crushing defeat to the Qin forces. He even killed Mao Dang, a renowned Qin general, which shocked the Qin state. In January 384, Murong Feng, Wang Ting, and Duan Yan persuaded Zhai Bin to join Murong Chui. When Murong Chui first arrived in Luoyang, he was reluctant to accept the Dingling people. Seeing that Murong Chui was suspicious of him, Zhai Bin sent his chief advisor, Guotong, to convince him. Guotong said to Murong Chui, "The reason you are rejecting us is likely because you see Zhai Bin and his brothers as wild and uncultured, lacking exceptional talent or vision, and thus incapable of achieving anything great. But what you fail to realize is that if you rely on and make use of them now, they can help you accomplish your grand ambitions in the future." Upon hearing this, Murong Chui suddenly understood and trusted Guotong, accepting Zhai Bin and the Dingling people into his ranks. Murong Chui originally had more than 30,000 troops, and with the addition of Zhai Bin and the Dingling people, his forces grew significantly. After joining Murong Chui, Zhai Bin urged him to declare himself king. However, Murong Chui refused, saying, "The Marquis of Xinxiang, Murong Wei, the last emperor of former Yan, is the legitimate heir of the Yan state and my ruler. If we work together and manage to pacify the eastern provinces, we can appeal to the king of Qin in the name of righteousness and restore my lord to the throne. As for personal ambition to claim supreme power, that is not my wish." At this time, Murong Chui's army was very close to Luoyang, but he believed that attacking Luoyang would not be easy. Moreover, Luoyang was surrounded by enemies on all sides, making it difficult to defend even if captured. Therefore, Murong Chui decided to lead his forces north to attack Yiqing, intending to seize it and use it as a base to control the realm. In 384, Murong Chui's army reached Xingyang. The governor of Xingyang, Yu Wei, originally a king of Bio, surrendered to Murong Chui with his forces. Murong Chui then declared himself king of Yan in Xingyang, formally establishing the second Yan state. Shortly after, King Murong Chui personally led over 200,000 troops across the Yellow River, advancing more than 200 li to attack Yiqing, the ancient capital of Yan, which was defended by Fu Pai, Fu Jian's eldest son. Back when Murong Chui devised the plan to kill Fu Failong and rebel against Qin, Murong Nong, along with Murong Kai and Murong Shao, secretly fled from Yiqing. They stole several hundred warhorses from Fu Pai and headed to Liren, modern-day Handan, Hebei, to recruit soldiers and start an uprising, responding to King Murong Chui's rebellion against Qin. Since Murong Hui, 269–333, the founder of the Murong Xianbei regime, led his people to embrace Han culture and adopt new customs, generations of talented individuals have emerged. A new generation of outstanding figures, both in civil and military affairs, such as Murong Nong, Murong Chui, and Murong Xiao, has risen. These younger members of the Murong family made significant contributions to Murong Chui's efforts to revive the Second Yan state. The year prior, a severe locust plague struck the northeastern region of the Qin state. The local people suffered from poor grain harvests and were unable to pay their grain taxes to the government on time. Adding to their difficulties, Qin King Fu Jian waged large-scale wars against the western Jin, and the laborers sent to support the front lines were primarily requisitioned from the eastern provinces, causing widespread discontent among the people in those regions. The eastern provinces were once part of the territory of the First Yan state. In those days, the regent Murong Chui governed with benevolence and love for the people, earning their deep affection. Even now, the people still have a lingering fondness for the Murong Xianbei regime. They have grown weary of the corruption and incompetence of the Qin dynasty officials and are discontented with King Fu Jian's arrogant and warlike demeanor. Public sentiment is shifting, and they enthusiastically supported Murong Nong's call to recruit soldiers and rebel against Qin. Soon, the army grew to tens of thousands, and Murong Nong was unanimously appointed as the supreme commander, overseeing and directing all generals and assigning them according to their abilities. When all the soldiers gathered to solemnly listen to the supreme commander's address, Murong Nong suddenly found himself at a loss for words. He felt that since Murong Chui had not yet arrived, he dared not reward the soldiers on his own and was unsure of what to do. His subordinate, Zhao Qiu, advised him, "Without rewards, the soldiers will be unwilling to fight. Those who have come here seek to achieve great deeds and secure long-term benefits. It is appropriate to grant titles and rewards to expand and strengthen the foundation for the restoration of the Yan state." Murong Nong accepted this advice, and soon, the influx of supporters continued unabated. Later, when Murong Chui learned of Murong Nong's actions, he was very impressed with what he had done. Upon learning that Murong Nong had raised troops in Liren County, Fu Pai sent the renowned General Shiyu with more than 10,000 infantry and cavalry to attack. Upon hearing this news, Murong Nong remarked, "Shiyu is known for his wisdom and bravery. If he does not go south to confront King Yan's army but comes north to attack us instead, it means he is afraid of King Yan and is seeking to bully us. He is unlikely to be well prepared, and we should be able to devise a strategy to deal with him." The others suggested requesting support from Liren to improve their defenses. Murong Nong replied, "A skilled commander wins the loyalty of his troops through trust and shared purpose, not through external support. We are raising an army to rebel against the enemy. Our focus should be on the mountains and rivers as our fortifications. There is no need to rely on Liren." Soon, Shiyu arrived west of Liren, and Murong Nong sent Zhao Qiu and the military officer Chiwu Tim to launch a surprise attack, defeating Shiyu's advance troops. The military officer Zhao Qian said to Murong Nong, "Although Shiyu's troops are well equipped, their morale is unstable and they are vulnerable. We should attack them urgently." Murong Nong said, "Their armor is on the outside, while our strength is in our hearts. If we fight during the day, our soldiers might be intimidated by their appearance. It is better to wait until evening to strike, which will ensure our victory." He then ordered the troops to maintain strict readiness and not to act rashly. Shiyu set up a defensive perimeter and fortified his position. Murong Nong, smiling, said to his generals, "Shiyu's troops are elite and numerous. If he does not take advantage of his initial advantage to attack us, but instead builds fortifications, it shows that he is incapable of dealing with us." When night fell, Murong Nong arranged his troops west of the city. He sent the brave General Lu Mu to lead 400 elite soldiers in a frontal assault to break through the enemy lines. Following this, Murong Nong's main force launched a fierce attack, resulting in a decisive defeat for the Qin troops, and Shiyu was killed. This caused widespread panic and unrest among the Qin state. Soon, Murong Nong led his new army to join forces with Murong Chui. Murong Chui appointed Murong Nong as the general of the cavalry, and they together launched an assault on Yeqing.